Here you have a good ride favorite last year, and most likely, definitely a good ride favorite this year. The Tactical ADV. It's evolved just a little bit over last year, but not much. Last year I just had slight issues with pressure points as the season began, and I was always very tentative of lacing it up too tight. I'm still a little bit that way with the boots, where this year they feel just like a touch softer and a little more comfortable. It looks like they really fixed the flex. There's one thing though, as you lean forward, there's a little downward pressure, but there's less than you get with the Response and the Xera. And this year, there's a very tempting boot out there. It's the Response. I think the one thing that's probably going to keep me with the Tactical is the Energy Boost sole, and make that a favorite. But the Response is really recommendable too, and I think it's that or the Xera. I'm still kind of tossing it up in my mind, and by the time you watch this, I will have decided. But I'm feeling like they really have turned a corner, and they're making a lot of good boots this year, where before, like, the Tactical was a standout. This year there's a lot of standouts. They're all kind of real close together and really doing a good job in terms of just overall comfort, minimized pressure points, as well as increasing longevity and all that, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to talk too long, but let's get into, I already talked a lot up top about this boot and what it does. Here's a little look of just under pretty lights. You can kind of see that backstay. It's a little shorter in height compared to the Xera, which is the Blauvelt. It's got the same sole, the same Energy Boost sole. It's still the leader in terms of in the upper tier boots, the more responsive boots. You can see this goes almost all the way back, where the others cut off a little earlier, but this gives you probably the most articulation, and it's got a nice inward lean, and just all that shock absorption's been amazing. It's just it's made mistakes and just made all-day riding better without sacrificing response. I mean, yeah, if you got a real hard sole, you might get a little better response, but there is some energy, there is some return out of these energy boosts, and the name is appropriate. Love this liner. Actually, I wish they made black and blue for the Adidas boot. That would just be my, oh God, that would be so beautiful. But I like the look of the liner, maybe even black, blue, and silver. Yeah, the silver liner, I like the gold better. It is the best for a reason. You can see it's kind of fuzzy down in there and soft, where the gold liner seems to kind of stick to your socks and keep you in place a little better. Kind of like, I'm not really ever a real freak about heel lift, but I found that, the heel lift was minimized a little more with the gold liner in the Xera than the silver in the Response and the Tactical ADV. Love that this is neoprene in the heel and the toe, so it feels like the fit is almost the same as my Burton boots. However, it's a little wider. There's a little more room to stretch your toes. So if you're that person who's kind of like bordering on being a wide, there aren't many options for a wide boot, so you might want to give this a try and see if it fits a little better. If Burtons feel just a touch tight, this might help because it's a very thin neoprene right here. I can imagine, I don't really ride in cold weather, but I can imagine these might not be the best when it comes to riding in really cold weather. But there are other ways you can deal with that. You can get little thin layer socks, or get thicker, super thick wool socks and see if that works. And they do pack out a little bit. For the heat molding, I wouldn't heat mold them. I just put them on and wear them for a day or two. These things are so comfortable, at least they were for me, that I'd rather heat mold them myself slowly through my body heat than going in and going with a higher temperature in boot fitter, you know, like the boot fitting heat molding. I'd rather just do it myself, and you get a better fit that way, and you get a boot that lasts longer. It doesn't break down as fast. It's kind of soft back here, and I like that. And all in all, I mean, only a few minor complaints. Still that kind of ridge there on that forward lean's a little weird, but the overall reduction of pressure points is better than last year, so that's good. I would love to see one little thing is Nike used to have this right here. They used to have this little thing that you just pulled up, and then you pulled the laces down and it tightened there and it stayed there, and so that it kind of gave you, without tying a knot, upper and lower adjustability really well. But look, here's the thing about laces. Yeah, they get all over the place and they're a little cumbersome and they're a little slower than BOA, but the adjustability factor is so high with these that I wouldn't be that person to just rule these out because they're traditional lace. I think that's pretty lame. I think, you know, personally, I'm willing to put up a little bit more, put up with a little bit more in terms of adjustability, to have more adjustability than even the double BOA that's very adjustable in the response, but also have that energy boost. So I think it's a worthwhile sacrifice. However, though, I was very tempted this year that if the response had energy boost, an energy boost sole, I might have gone for it, because I love this flex. This like medium stiff flex is perfect for kind of riding just about anything, from free ride, aggressive free ride boards to just, you know, mellow freestyle to all mountain freestyle. You can adjust accordingly, you know, keep it loose up top, or, you know, I love articulating cuffs for that. They can adapt to a wide variety of boards and bindings, and it's just you know, just an amazing boot. So there you have it.